What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this part 1 to my single back bunch X nasty formation in Madden 22. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So just like the thumbnail says, I actually found this formation from watching one of K-Max videos, and he was actually doing, like, I guess it was like the day after this X scheme. Well, this formation actually dropped, and he kind of gave his scheme on it, and so I was like, let me actually kind of hop into the lab, see if I like it for current gen, and then see, you know, if we could put some dots together, and that's what this part 1 video is going to be about. So as far as personnel goes, I just like having speed out there. So you see I have JJ Nelson, who has 94 speed, Paris Campbell has 94, and also TY has 91. So I like this offense better when you have speed, and also it helps to have a pretty decent offensive lineman, and also helps to have a fast running back. So that's why I actually chose the Colts, because I think the Colts is one of the best teams to use this scheme with. There's also a lot of honorable mention teams, like such as the Cowboys and a couple other teams. As long as you got some fast receivers, fast running back, normally this would be a good scheme for you to use. So just looking through it, there's a lot of good plays in here. There's a lot of good run plays. So I'm going to talk about a couple of them, then I'm going to show you some gameplay of just my favorite runs. Now, runs that I love is going to be the counter Y and the quick pitch. Now, that doesn't mean the halfback dive isn't good, because the halfback dive is good. And also, I really love this wide zone weak, which is actually a stretch, in other words. So you can actually flip it to run it to either side. So those two runs are good. The halfback dive and the stretch are good. I'm just not covering them in this video for part 1, because I want to show you guys some gameplay with me running each and every single one of the run plays that I ran. So let's go in and dive right into this. I'm going to come out in quick pitch. Now, for the defense, I'm going to kind of show you against what you should expect to see, or what I face majority of. So I was either facing 3-4 odd, which they don't have it in here, or I was facing 3-3-5. So I'm actually going to show you 3-3-5, because that's what I was facing. And most of the time I was facing this cover 1 robber, or somebody would just try to play cover 4 drop. So just for right now, I'm actually going to come out and cover 4 drop, but I'm also going to keep cover 1 robber into my arsenal. Now, where do I like running this? So if I'm running a quick pitch play, you normally want to have it to a lot of space. So I'm actually going to put my bunch to the short side right here. Well, technically to the wide side. Yeah, technically we call that bunch to the wide side. So this is where I like putting it at. Now, a lot of the cool things you can do right here. Well, not really cool for this particular play, but I like to just ID whoever. And then what you're going to notice a lot of times that you really get really great blocking. Like, look at that right there. A lot of times you can take that, and honestly, you can often house that. So don't sleep on this halfback pitch play, because it's honestly, whenever they play defenses that look like this. So let me just kind of show you. So when you get, okay, he's not going to move, but let's just say that they walk this guy in this gap. So you know how they have like a look like this? This is where I like call this pitch play, because it's actually going to do a really, really great job. Hopefully I can show you that. Now, one thing I like to do before I show you some gameplay is I like to actually take this guy right here and just motion him out just like that and snap the ball. Normally it allows him to get out there better and get a better block normally, but check out this gameplay. So as you can see in the game, I was having a lot of success from the defenses where everybody tried to crowd the line, or whenever they had a 3-3-5 look. Honestly, the pitch worked really, really well. So my other play that I really love is going to be this counter Y. So with this play, it's really simple. There's a couple things I like to do, to be honest, because in this offense, I'm going to teach you, it's all about creating those motions. So where you motion the receiver so they don't really know what you're doing. So whenever we're on a counter, I actually like motioning him over here, so that way I actually get an extra blocker to this side, if that makes sense. So let's go and snap the ball so I can show you that. So you can see right here, now in practice mode, they're going to be all over that, but in game, you're going to find yourself getting a lot better matchups and everything. Now, there's a couple things you can do. So let's go back to counter Y before I show you some gameplay. Now, if you wanted to, you can actually flip this one and run it this way, to where now we have our right guard pull, or our left guard pulling to the right side. So there's a lot of cool things you could do. So it all just depends on, you know, your offensive line. So in my scenario, I know that I have a star lineman, so I have a star guard, right? So I'd rather want my star guard to pull than my non-star guard. So I may just want to flip it right here just like that, and maybe I'll motion this guy out, go and snap the ball, and a lot of times you can tell we get the good blocks, and it all depends on what defense they're running. That's what makes this play so good, because it all depends on what they're running and depending on how you want to mix it up. But last thing I will show you before I show you some gameplay is that you can actually motion this tight end over too, and that way you don't have to wait for him to go over the counter. He'll just be able to block his person immediately, and you can see we can kind of follow behind him, and sometimes you'll be able to score sometimes. Alright, so for the rest of this, I kind of want to dedicate most of this towards man coverage. I'm thinking about doing part 1 for man coverage, and then part 2 showing you how to pick apart zone coverages. So I believe that's how I'm going to do it. So this play right here, which is actually the PA corner post right here, this play is honestly really good. So what I love to do with this play is actually take circle, put him on a slant, and then what I like to do is actually take X and put him on a flat route, and we'll just look just like this. Now you can either keep the play action or you can cancel it, but I found in game it works a lot better when you actually cancel the play action, because sometimes when you do the play action animation, for some reason they just let blocks go kind of crazy. Like people start getting instant disengages. Like I don't really understand why. But right here you see we do have man coverage. So we're gonna press, we're gonna shade over the tie. One thing you notice is that look at the cornerback alignment. So they're actually not able to press that receiver out there. You can tell he's off a line. So if I try to baseline and press, you see how they just don't press him. So let me go ahead and do it again, baseline press. So notice how square, you see how he's able to press him. But now look at R1 and look at circle. You see how they're like misaligned like that? That's actually going to be really beneficial to us for the way we're going to run this offense. Now, you can either run it just like this since he won't get pressed, or if you want to, you can actually go ahead and motion him out and snap him. Either way, if you motion snap, they normally don't press him anyway. So regardless, we're almost guaranteed a free release either way. So what I like to do with this, like I said, motion them out, and I like to go and snap the ball. And then like I said, a lot of times you see what just happened now. So I'm gonna go into replay really quick and just show you one thing, and this is why I urge you to kind of take away those play actions. So either hit R2 or you want to just go ahead and block your running back. So watch this guy right here. So for whatever reason, they just get like an instant disengage to where he's just coming free. Now this happens quite a lot, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna sit there and say it doesn't happen, it never happens. No, that happens a lot, and it was actually really frustrating for me. So I wanted to make sure I show you guys that that is the risk you run when you do a play action. So I suggest block your running back. I highly suggest that. So let's go ahead and press, and this is what you're going to see most of the time. So you're going to see some type of purple on this side, and you're going to see somebody user in this side, because they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to take this side away or something like that. So what I like to do is, if they're doing that and I feel like they're doing that, I'll take my running back and still put them on a swing route, and this way it'll make the user have to respect that running back route, if that makes sense, because sometimes they'll have it to where they don't cover the running back, because they may just take this guy, put him in a spy, may just blitz this guy right here. There's a lot that they could do. So let's go and just set it up, you know, something like, I don't know, something like this, where they're going to say they're going to use it this whole left side, right? So if they're playing a cover style like this, they have to put that purple in the right spot, or we'll be able to hit squares route. So let me kind of show you what I'm talking about here. So let's go and motion them out, and what you're going to be able to notice is that we'll have circle, of course, open, and potentially we can have R1. If you have enough time, you can actually throw that past that middle third, which is actually pretty crazy. So hopefully I can do a good job of showing you that here. So let's go and let's just do a double purple like this, because this is what you'll see online. Now take circle, put them on a slant, and then take X. And I like putting them on a flat route. And a lot of times, sometimes they won't have X manned up. They'll do like a lot of funny things with their zone. So a lot of times you can actually have that check down wide open. So that's something that you can look for. So let's go and motion them out. Now I want to show you R1's route. Hopefully I get enough time. I doubt I will. You can tell right there, we will be able to have enough time. And you see how we got that separation? Now, you'll need a lot of time for that. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's gonna be hard to buy that much time in game. So I'm not gonna sit there and sugarcoat that. But if you can buy time in a pocket, if you can do what I just did right here, where you kind of move the pocket, step up some, you'll actually be able to throw this ball out here. As you can tell, like this route will actually run away from that outside, from that middle third, and you could potentially have a one-play touchdown. And there's no zone drops that will cover this deep, none whatsoever. So if you have enough time, that's going to be your money play. Now I will show you what happens if they don't put that middle third, because some people don't play that, you know. And if they play a style of defense where they're playing man coverage out of 3-3-5, please run the ball, because it is really weak. As you've seen against the gameplay, it is really weak against the run. So if they're playing any type of man coverage look, just run one of the run plays to just spam it to where they don't want to play man. But if they want to play man, then there is ways that you can beat it. So let's say they wanted to do something like this, right? Let's say they wanted to do something like this. So this is where this route would actually come in handy at. So this is what I did want to show you real quick before I show you some gameplay of me using this. So it's going to motion them out just like this. Go ahead and snap the ball, and what you're going to notice is that R1, he's actually going to do a nice job of getting separation if we can get a good throw. So quickly, I'm going to have to replay, just show you what I was talking about, and then after that, we'll be getting into gameplay where you can see me using this live in game. So like I said, more than likely what the user's going to do, he's going to either follow this slant or he's going to follow this crosser. If he does not follow this slant or crosser or does not have a purple here, we could throw this ball right here if that purple's not there, or if they don't have a purple on this side, then you can throw that right here. What I found in game is that most people don't want to double purple against this concept, well, against this formation, because if they double purple, run the ball. If they double purple, run the ball, because you'll just be able to run dive or stretch just straight up the middle. I promise you it'll be open. But if they play a coverage where there's no middle safety or their user in the middle safety, you can actually throw this ball right here. So they're going to do this animation right here, and you'll be able to pass lead this ball inside of here and potentially rack it for a touchdown or just possession catch it if you want to be safe. Alright, so for this next play that I want to show you, well, really the last play on part 1 is going to be this PA boot slide play. Now, this will absolutely destroy man coverage, and if you notice, I actually moved the ball to where my bunch is actually on the short side, and the reason why is because we want to give this route right here enough time. So we want to use this concept whenever we feel like they're not double purpling. So what do I mean by that? So let's say they just put this guy right here, and then they just use this guy right here. So if they're doing a style coverage like this, this is where I like to actually use this type of concept with. So let's go and spy him just to simulate the user being in the middle. Now, all I like to do on this is take circle, put him on a slant, and I like to take R1 and either put him on a streak, or I'll take him and put him on a curl route. Now, if I do a curl route, then I'll just take circle and put him on a drag route, because we're going to end up motioning this guy over. So either you can run this style of concept, which I'll just show you both of them. So let's actually block the running back, because like I said, I do not like play actions. Now, you can play around with them, but I promise you, every now and again, you're going to have a random shed, like a random disengage, a quick disengage where you'll probably get sacked. So really be careful with that. So let's go ahead and motion them over. So now I'm gonna show you this. This is just a basic concept right here. So all you're gonna do is just be able to have that. You want to make sure you lowball that, as you can tell, and it's gonna be a quick read like this. It's gonna be a 1-2 read, and it's gonna make the user not want to go ahead and run left, because what's gonna happen is a lot of times when you run this, when you motion that person over, the user is going to shoot left out here. So he's going to shoot out here because he's going to be expecting this route. Now, this is the route I was showing you that's going to torch man. I ain't going to say torch, but if you have a good route runner, so if you want to run this, put your best route runner right here for this particular play. And a lot of times you'll be able to throw that ball on the sideline for a nice dot. But you want to put a drag route, because if you put a slant, it's going to run a little deeper, and it's going to basically run about right here, and you're going to run the DB covering the receiver. You're going to run him straight into the play. Y'all don't talk about my speech. So you're going to run him straight into the play if you do that. So this is what I suggest. So if they're doing a lot of over-the-top coverage, this will actually kill that, and you'll be able to throw that literally every single time. Or you can always just throw this backside drag if, you know, you can see that open. So it's going to stress the user, and we have a tight end that's coming out here to the flat. So if they don't have a man on the tight end, that flat route is going to be wide open. So let me kind of show you that again. So let's take R1, put him on a curl, take circle, put him on a drag, and then motion him across. Now I will show you with the play action, because I'm sure you're curious. So let me just show you that. And then also, like I said, I do have gameplay for everything, so don't worry about that. So let's go ahead and motion them over. Now I suggest canceling play action, but I'm not going to cancel it just for the sake of. So you see how we roll over here, and then now what I was telling you is that we can actually have that wide open, and that's going to be the throw that you're going to want to make. Now you don't need to throw it that early. You actually want to wait until right before he gets on the sideline to throw that ball, so you can get a nice little toe tap animation, and I'll be able to show you that here right now. So let's go ahead and just set up the defense. And like I said, the good thing is that if there's purples out here, sometimes it actually does not get deep enough. It all depends on where they put that purple at and what zones they set them at. But that's why this backside little drag route is going to come in clutch. Well, backside flat route, I guess you can call it. So let me do the second setup where we just take R1, put them on a straight circle on the slant. And this is my favorite one, to be honest with you guys. So you want to snap the ball right about there. And then what you're going to be able to notice is that we still have square actually, but I wanted to show you guys the backside slant. But as you can see, we're pretty much going to have square every single time. Now, I suggest you cancel the play action on this play so you don't just get carried over to that side of the field. That's just my suggestion. So let me go and show you that again here. So let's just take him, put him like that. Snap the ball right here. I'm actually make sure the defense set up. See it, look, didn't even have it set up right. So we'll do a double purple concept this time just to kind of show you that it all depends on where they put that purple at as well, because you can tell we can still hit that pass right there. So just because they put a purple on the field doesn't mean that that purple will take it away. You still just have to make that read. And again, I'm gonna show you one more time before I show you some gameplay, and I want to show you that we can still hit this corner routes you've seen me hit probably about 30 times now, but just want to make sure that you do understand that it's not some fluke. Like we can steadily hit that corner route, so it's going to make it really tough for the receiver to or the DB to actually guard this. But check out this gameplay. But that's gonna wrap it up for part one. So part one, I really wanted to focus on the run play so you can understand that if you want to run the scheme, please make sure you mix in the run, because it has some nice concepts out of pass. Got some nice concept that's gonna bomb cover 2. You could potentially bomb cover 3, which I'll get into that when I do. And you can also expose match coverage, and I'll get into that in a part 2. So if you want to see a part 2, please make sure we get this video to 90 likes. So 90 likes will tell me, hey, I really enjoyed it, and I really would look forward to a part 2. So 90 likes and I will drop it. Now I'm putting it at the end of the video for you guys that actually stuck around to the end, because if you stuck around to the end, I figure you already want to be a part, you already want to see a part 2. So if you like the way I broke this down, just leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me and it helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. But anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real and I'm out.